Hello, this is Soundout here, and welcome back to Soundout's Toy Chest. Today's clue: activate the AVs. Now, this can mean a lot of things. A lot of different franchises have used the term AVs. But in reference to today, we'll be taking a look at the big bad Beetleborgs Beetle Battle Base. So the Beetle Battle Base was released back during Season 1 of Beetleborgs, and, around the same time these figures were released, about 1996 or so. And it is a scaled-down Beetle Battle Base. This does not fit the deluxe AVs that were released separately that had little driver figures and a lot of neat little details. These actually does include smaller versions of the vehicles. Now, I got mine from my friend Wheelchair21, who also reviewed this thing, and I'm grateful to him for selling it to me because it is a really cool item. Now, the box itself I do have, and we'll take a look at that at the end of the review. I want to get straight to the base, because that's what most people are going to care about. So first of all, taking a look at the base, I did do some alterations to the show. First of all, this now says Beetleborgs instead of BF. Now, BF stood for B-Fighter, the Japanese counterpart, so they did change it for the toy. Some other stickers have been modified from its Japanese release. So you can see the thing's a little beat up too. But as you can see, it's quite nice on the front, but not so much on the back. Very sparsely detailed. But it does look nice overall. It is a nice looking, smaller base. So the main function of this base is that it launches the smaller AVs. So first of all, you open up the front door here, and turn this dial, and there goes the blue Stinger AV. This dial just lifts up the tray back there. You go around to the side here, and you push down this tab, and lower this, and now we have Green Hunter, which has its own little ramp here, and you can turn it and detach it and roll it down. And then up here at the top is where we get the red Stryker, which just flies right out of there. So all you're left with now is a pretty hollow base. There's not much else inside. It doesn't really do much except hold the smaller AVs and launch them. So anyways, let's take a look at the AVs themselves. So here we have the blue Stinger AV, and obviously it is not in scale with the figures. It is a lot smaller. So here it is. Now the blue Stinger AV is not bad looking overall. It's got 6 wheels. It says blue Stinger AV. Again, a change sticker to say Beetleborgs instead of B-Fighter. But other than that, it's really nice. It's nice and chrome. You can move the horn down like that. You also do have the option of attaching its magnet piece. Now this piece would normally store in the back of the green Stryker Beetleborg, or the green Hunter AV, excuse me. And on this version, it's just a separate piece you can attach. So at least the weapons are there, which is pretty neat overall. It rolls kind of squicky. It doesn't really roll too well, but that's about it for Blue Stinger AV. Here is the Green Hunter AV, and the Green Hunter AV is about the same size as the Blue Stinger. They're roughly the same size. And Green Hunter here is pretty cool overall. I think it's probably my favorite of the three. It's got tank treads, but instead of treads we have wheels, so it wheels. And it also does turn left, right, 360 all around, which is pretty neat overall. Of course, sticker change say Green Hunter AV. The pincers do open and close, which is pretty nice. And its drills that would normally store in the back of the blue Stinger AV are here as a separate piece that doesn't store anywhere. So you do have that. But overall, that's pretty much the Green Hunter AV. Finally, we have the red Stryker AV, which is the smallest of the trio. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller than everything. And this is a flying vehicle. So you can see sticker change, red Stryker AV. It does not feature the grappling hook that the deluxe one has, but it does have 3 wheels, so it does roll better than Green Hunter, or Green Hunter and Blue Stinger do. It rolls super well. You also get the function of turning the turbines here. That's about it. So you can have it, lift off and fly. That's about it. That is all there is to the red Stryker AV. So overall, the Beetle Battle Base isn't too complicated. It's pretty much there to launch AVs and have miniature AVs. It's neat overall. It didn't cost too much when it came out originally. It goes for a decent price online. Definitely not as in demand as the deluxe AVs are, so there is that. But I am really happy with it. I'm glad to own it. Thank you, Wheelchair21, for selling it to me, and the other Beetleborg stuff he sold me too, which we'll take a look in the future. And overall, I definitely recommend it to fans of Beetleborgs. My only complaint really is that there isn't an official place to store the two weapons, so I just kind of put them in the back of the Blue Stinger AV bay. But other than that, that's the Beetle Battle Base. If you'd like, I'll take a look at the box here in a bit if you want to see that. Otherwise, stay tuned for next episode, where your clue is: we have weapons in our shells. What do you have in yours? So that vague clue aside, be sure to stay tuned here on Soundout 12 for 3 videos a week. Model Kit Monday on Monday, Soundout's Toy Chest on Thursday, and the Soundout Review on Saturday. Also stay tuned to HeroTaka.com for all your Beetleborgs news and more. Until next time, this is Soundout saying goodbye. So for those curious, here's the box for the Beetle Battle Base. As you can see, closes to become a fully armored Beetle Battle Base. Includes all 3 Beetleborgs AVs, has a nice picture of the Beetleborgs there. On the side, you can see some more of the toys. For example, they show the regular Shadowborg and the 6-inch action feature Beetleborgs. This is a thing that came up. Someone asked about what happened to White Blaster. As you can see, he is a action feature Borg, not an actual regular 6-inch figure. He is, in fact, an action feature one. Also, you can see the transforming bikes for Green Hunter and Blue Stinger that turn into bugs. You can also see the 6-inch Magnivores like Protomentor, Grenade Guy, Unctus, and Mucant. And then also a Blue Stinger and Green Hunter battery-operated AVs. On the other side, you can see the story. 3 typical average kids inside a haunted mansion. As you can see, there is the Haunted Murrin estate. Not actually Hillhurst on this bio, which is kind of interesting. And also they use the words like Funtastic Phasm, Magnivores. Yeah, so it's kind of a little bit interesting. There's some slight modifications here. If you want to read that, you can pause that. And moving on the top of the box, you can see that it is got all its functions that I've already shown in the review. And on the back, it shows you the contents and the instructions. And it actually doesn't open like a normal box would. It slides open like this. That's kind of cool. But other than that, that is the Beetle Battle Base, and that is its box. And that is all that you'll see of me today.